summit season is coming up. So summits are awesome, right? Because we get a taste of, they're thematic. There's often delicious writerly topics, and then we meet different people who have an alignment with that topic. So as writers, we can sample lots of people's work, and I think it's a wonderful way to get a hit of inspiration and also hear different perspectives, hear people that you wouldn't necessarily hear if you were just on one or two email lists. That said, they can be very overwhelming. We sign up, this has happened to me, not in the writing field so much, but in other elements or other aspects of my life. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. And then I'm immediately overwhelmed. There's 25 speakers. I have 3 days to ingest the material, and I just freeze. I go into freeze mode and I don't watch any of them. So I wanted to offer some ways for you to kind of hack into the summit season and work well with it. First of all, signing up for, one or two summits that really speak to your heart, and maybe they all do. And then making some choices. What is it that I am wanting to learn? What do I need help with? So if you're on the kind of publishing end of things, is it really going to be helpful to listen to someone talk about mindset? Maybe, but you can be more discerning. So when the more we kind of ingest, it's like indigestion, right? Like it can be too much. So being discerning, what is it that I really want to learn? And then focusing on maybe two people you know and are familiar with, and then pick a couple of wild cards, like people you wouldn't normally be gravitated to, or maybe you're gravitated towards, but you don't know their work. So just kind of like opening to a couple of new people. And then maybe those are the only ones you catch, and taking the notes and following through on something that feels resonant for you. The other thing, often the presenter will sell a VIP pass, and this can be helpful because then you can take it in at your own pace. So if that's appealing, if you know that you're going to, say, spend the $95 or whatever it is, and that you will have access to it for life, and making a commitment to just kind of ingest it little bit by little bit. So that's another option. The other thing is to integrate what you learn. So as writers, as people living in this culture, it's really easy to just get kind of hungry for information and not actually integrate it. So the danger or the challenge in receiving information in any level is to think, oh my God, so-and-so said, I've heard so many writers say that they have to have a website and they haven't even written a word of their story, right? So, be discerning about what you're going to integrate. Does it resonate with you? Does it feel right? And then do one or two things, not all 77 of them, because you can't integrate that much. And then if you've bought the VIP pass, maybe once those pieces are integrated, you go back and you find another something. Or maybe you're open to attending different summits throughout the year, and you decide every summit I'm going to just like integrate one thing from this and trust the slow and steady process. So I'm going to be in 3 summits this fall, and I'll be letting you know more about that. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up for my newsletter, and you can do that by signing up through my starter kit. My starter kit is a great way to dive in and integrate information about writing and the writing life. So thanks, and I'll see you in this crazy summit season.